play is Spreading It Around, and it's a tale with a bit of a deep side to it. It's a very light comedy, yet there is a bit of a message that comes across, and I'm very proud of that because people don't realize they're getting the message at the same time. It's a lot of humor, and to date, audiences love this play. And I get a lot of people coming, and it's been produced quite a few times around the country. And people come back and they say, you know, I really didn't want to come out tonight. My husband didn't want to come out tonight to see this show, or to see a show. And they say, we're glad we came. Because they have, first of all, a lot of laughs, and the laughs keep coming. And there's a continuous story, and they love the characters, and a lot of people's reaction is also, we can relate to this. A woman, Angie Drayton, lives in Florida. She's a widow, and she's been down there, and she's kind of cut off from her family, as many people who live in Florida, retired, are. And what has happened is she's built up a relationship with the widower next door, and it doesn't quite go the way we think it's going to go. It makes the decision to let's do something with our money while we're still here, and we can do something with it. And so they decide to do this, create a Spreading It Around foundation, which they're going to give their money to worthy causes right around them. People who work at the delicatessen, people's hardship stories, that people are behind the 8 ball, and they decide we're going to help these people. This perks up the widower, Martin, the next door neighbor, who has been very down in the dumps since his wife just died. And this gives him a new lease on life, and the both of them have a new lease on life. But this new lease on life means that when the kids up north find out about this, that the parents are giving away their inheritance, they're not too happy, and they descend. And they haven't been down for ever, basically. So they now suddenly have a need to come down to Florida and to see what's Mother up to. It has quite the surprise ending, which every time it happens, the audience is quite taken aback. So I like to lead people down one path and let them think that's going to happen, but it doesn't. So enough said. I want to keep the surprise. There are 5 characters in the play, and 4 lead characters. One is an elderly, mature woman, and I've sort of wrote this because our actresses all say there's nothing for us. Well, this is a play for elderly actresses. And then a very good role for a man in his early 70s, late 60s. And what I enjoy about it, in fact, is it deals with elderly people, but they're not old and decrepit and falling apart, and it's not depressing. And I think that's very important, that we don't present them as caricatures. They come across as real people, and the audience relates. It appeals to all groups. It's been done by amateur groups, and it's been done by professional groups. And I'm always thrilled because everybody gets it. They get it, and they present it. It can have as elaborate a production as you want, or as minimal a production, and it comes off the same. And I'm just over the moon to be published by Samuel French, because as a kid I would walk home from the library with 3 or 4 Samuel French books and plays, and by the end of the evening I'd have read them late into the night, and I'd return them the next day and bring home more. So this is something that it's kind of a dream come true.